Hello, everybody. My name is Jack Terry, and today I'm going to be sharing about the Minneapolis Metrodome roof failure. As it says in the name, the structure is located in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and for 30 years it was home to the Vikings and Twins, as well as an occasional Timberwolves game. Something unique is that the roof was inflatable instead of a normal roof with steel beams or trusses supporting the roof. And so the point of the inflatable roof was to have hot air run in between the outer and inner layer in order to try and melt the snow off of the roof, which is a big issue in Minnesota due to the cold temperatures in the winter. So the roof failed on December 12th, 2010 for actually the third time. There was a small failure in 83 and 84, but were easily fixable problems. The point of the roof was to melt the snow off, but also it was intended to have people go on top of the roof and help shovel snow around to the edges in the gutter system that had been installed. But it was deemed too dangerous when the storm hit for people to be up on the roof. And so all of this snow sitting on top of the roof caused a rupture on one of the outer panels, and this caused the roof to deflate. With the deflation, the hot air circulation stopped, and the snow eventually became too much and caused a rip in the middle. And these two panels in the middle were completely ripped and had to be replaced. So reports were conducted by three outside firms and all concluded the exact same thing. The roof would have had to been completely rebuilt. So instead of doing that, the stadium board just decided they would rather tear the stadium down and build a new one, as it had already had issues with collapsing in the past. So in January of 2013, the stadium was demolished and work began on a new stadium in the exact same location. As can be seen on the left, US Bank Stadium is now the new stadium for the Vikings. And this one is a more traditional stadium with a truss, as we kind of seen in the photo, running the span of the roof in order to support. And the biggest thing that this roof does to get rid of snow is has a really steep pitch from the left to the right. And from the middle to the sides, there's also a really steep decline in order to really just try and get snow off the roof and onto the ground where it is less likely to impact the stadium. So the biggest thing that I learned from doing this project was just how different you can design structural systems to have the exact same purpose. The Metrodome was an inflatable roof, circular in design, and really was more, and then compared to US Bank Stadium, which is more triangular and, as can be seen, not a inflatable roof. It just shows how for everything you do, you can design it in different ways. And I also learned that engineers definitely need to design for the worst case scenario. As I said, the roof for the Metrodome was intended to have people on top shoveling snow so that too much wouldn't accumulate. Instead, the engineers should have made sure to design for that worst case scenario in case the snow got too much and people couldn't get on top of the roof. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something today.